Jonathan Sacerdoti joining us from London. I want to start with you asking, when it comes to, has the attacker of the incident on Wednesday, did he act alone or not? What do we know definitely right now?
Well, you just heard the Met Police there, who spoke earlier to us in that press conference, saying that still working out whether he acted alone or whether there were others involved. And at the end of that conference, he also urged people who might have known Khalid Masood, also known as Khalid Chowdhury, or by his original name, Adrian Russell Adjo, the 52-year-old who carried out this attack, anyone who knew him, they said they wanted them to get in touch so that they could work out just what his life was like, maybe people who knew about where he'd been in recent times, what sorts of places he'd traveled to. And to that end, they're also searching a hotel room in Brighton, which is where he's believed to have stayed the night before the attack. They found a receipt in the vehicle that he used to do the ramming. So there is still police investigation going on just to figure out exactly what kind of attack it was.
Exactly what kind of attack it was. How does that, what position does that put Prime Minister Theresa May, who yesterday comes out to the public and says that this is a lone attacker, etc., etc. Then ISIS claims responsibility, reactions to that, because it's all very confusing, but it sounds like it's not boding well for the administration.
Well, Theresa May has been trying to remain resolute and tough on this. It could be the case that they are working on the assumption that he was working alone, but inspired by ISIS, which does seem to be their line of investigation at the moment. And ISIS, as well, with their claiming of the attack, simply said that he's one of their soldiers answering their call to carry out these attacks in London, in other European cities, using vehicles and knives. Those are the sorts of things they've been asking for some time, and he's doing that. It doesn't mean that they actually had involvement directly. But for Theresa May, the embarrassment this morning is the Sun newspaper, which has published a video they've obtained of her being evacuated from the House of Commons. It seems that there was some confusion with her and her security personnel in getting her into the car. She didn't seem to know which car to get into. One of the guards calls for his car keys. It is still very quick and it was effective, but there are questions being asked about whether even that was carried out as it should have been, if she was whisked away as quickly as she could have been, and if the bodyguards are close enough to her at all times throughout that video. It's nitpicking, but of course, when we have these sorts of attacks, everything is raked over to see if it could have been done better.
Right, nitpicking, but I think, as we said, everything needs to be nitpicked when terror is involved. Jonathan Sacerdoti joining us from London. Thank you so much.